Hello, and welcome to Mid-Michigan College's virtual honors convocation. I'm Scott Mertz, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Vice President of Academic Affairs and Community Outreach. I am honored to celebrate with you, our students, particularly under these extraordinary circumstances. Commencement season, if you will, is one of my favorite times of the year. It is a time to not only celebrate your accomplishments, but to reflect back on your journey, and it has no doubt been an amazing one. In thinking about all of your individual journeys, I am often reminded of the words of a great philosopher who said, "Life is truly a ride. We're all strapped in and no one can stop it." As you make each passage from youth to adulthood to maturity, sometimes you put your arms up and you scream. Sometimes you just hang onto the bar in front of you. But the ride is the thing. I think the most you can hope for at the end of your journey is that your hair is messed up, you're out of breath, and you didn't throw up. That great philosopher was Jerry Seinfeld. You have persevered through numerous challenges and accomplished a major goal of graduating with a college degree. And for that, you are to be congratulated. Well done. It is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Professor Ileana Miller. Professor Miller has been teaching English and Humanities at MID for nearly 20 years. She is currently the faculty lead for our Lucis Academy, which recently received an Institutional Excellence Award from the Liberal Arts Network for Development. She earned her Master of Arts degree in linguistics and is fluent in Bulgarian, English, and Russian, and strives to teach her students to explore their values from a cosmopolitan perspective. Please join me in welcoming Professor Ileana Miller.
I congratulate you, soon-to-be graduates, on this annual Mid-Honors Convocation for the honorable things you have done to get yourself this far and to do it with an excellence that's being recognized here today. When I trace back the roots to what got me where I am today, I keep returning to my grandfather. Grandpa was a physician during World War II. He went to med school in Vienna. He seems to have appreciated the timeless architecture he saw in that city as he took upon himself to design and draw the floor plan of the house he built in Bulgaria, where my mom and her two sisters grew up. The pinnacle of that ancestral home, which I go back and visit every summer, is a cement winding staircase with mosaic. It required absolute precision, and it was a novelty in residential construction at the turn of the century. It is still considered stair craftsmanship today. A devoted husband, father, and a grandfather, he went into his patients' homes if they were too sick or had no transportation to get to the clinic. He played an instrument with finesse, but was not shy to roll up his sleeves and get some grease on his hands while fixing his car. He understood the intricacies of the cells of the human heart almost as well as the ways internal combustion engines of the early automobiles worked. I fondly remember him saying, "You can shut off the engine of the car when working on it. You can't do that with the human heart." He taught me how to take blood pressure with a Bell stethoscope and a manually inflated cuff. I loved helping him get ready for city council meetings. I picked the color of shirt and tie that would go with his dressy pants. He studied hard, whatever interested him the most, in an undisciplined, irreverent, and most original manner possible. From this fine teacher, I learned a lesson I will never forget. Follow your calling. My grandfather helped other people till the day he died. I wish he had lived long enough to see me stand in front of a classroom full of college students, but I know in my heart he's smiling down at me each time I step up to the podium as a professor of English and Humanities. I was close to my grandpa, and everyone in my family assumed I would go to med school. I applied for the Academy of Medical Sciences, but without mentioning anything to my parents, I also applied for the liberal arts program at the university in my hometown in Bulgaria. I got 2 letters of admission to the pharmacology program of the med school and the liberal arts program. I wondered, How do I choose the best door that is in front of me right now? My grandfather's lesson came to mind. Follow your calling. The best decision tool about my future were not career inventories or status quo or compensation. I followed my calling and enrolled to pursue a degree in linguistics and literature. As I was preparing to give this honors convocation address, I began to think of what made it possible for all of you to be as successful as what you have been. The more I thought about it, the more I began hearing myself say the word vocation. Vocation is our response to a call from beyond ourselves, to use our strengths and gifts to make the world a better place through service, creativity, and leadership. We're all familiar with the concepts of job and career, but vocation is a concept that is misunderstood. The word comes from the Latin vocare, or voice, meaning to follow the voice of God, or to do what we are called to do. Religious cultures have attached different implications to the word vocation. Catholics are using it to refer to religious service in the priesthood or monastic life, and Protestants are equating it with work that you do to make a living. Popular usage links vocation with technical education programs, as in VOTech schools. However, vocation is a journey and not just a means to an end, a job, or a career. You cannot hear your calling by reading a textbook or by doing a single assignment, probably not even from one course all by itself, no matter how good the course. You can hear the calling from beyond if you are attuned to the strengths and the gifts we acquire as each of us develops into a fully functioning person and as each of us gets educated and ultimately grows into a professional. Here at MID, we have a way of imagining these strengths and showing them to our community in what we call the T-shaped professional. Here is what it looks like. This diagram is a way of thinking about you. The vertical part emphasizes your major or your field, the area into which you have begun to go deep to fulfill your job qualifications. But the horizontal part is important too. It shows all of these many strengths you need to be able to hear your calling. They are strengths that reach across boundaries, that separate fields and disciplines, because they're good habits that you can use in all kinds of situations and apply to new fields. Analytic thinking, ease in communication, ease with numbers, careful and fruitful ways of working with information, good ways of dealing with diverse points of view, and great complexities, ethical engagement. These are strengths you can live with and flourish long after you leave MID. These are boundary-crossing proficiencies that we hope have become part of you. But you will need to use all of them, keep them alive by living them, so you can be the person you were meant to be. Math is elegant, poetry is indulgent, physics allows us to see the intricacies of the components of beauty. If we separate them, we settle for an unimaginative, reductionist view of the world. I marvel Richard Feynman, an American physicist, for saying, "Nearly everything is really interesting if you go into it deeply enough. Work as hard and as much as you want on one thing that you like doing the best. Don't think about what you want to be, but what you want to do. Keep up some kind of a minimum with other things so that society doesn't stop you from doing anything at all." Feynman could appreciate the beauty of a flower more than the average person. He could see more. He could imagine its cells that evolved in order to make its colors more attractive to insects, which means insects see color. Perhaps they even share our aesthetic sense. Recognizing the majesty of the quantum world only adds to the beauty of life. It does not subtract from it. If we see vocation as a calling and not merely as a means to becoming well-compensated employees, we do not just live in a beautiful world, we understand it. So, graduating honored students, I congratulate you on the excellence you have shown during your time with us at Mid-Michigan College. I thank you for all that you have contributed to this college and your fellow students while you were here. And I wish you well wherever your calling takes you and whatever you do with it next. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Miller. Students, faculty, family members, and other honored virtual guests. MID's Honors Convocation is held annually to formally recognize those students graduating with honors and/or receiving special recognition awards. Each student will receive a certificate of academic achievement and recognition of their scholastic success. The standard for these awards are high. Students honored at this convocation have earned GPAs of 3.5 or higher and have met the requirements to earn a college degree from MID. To formally honor these students, I have asked the academic deans to join me in recognizing students from our 4 academic divisions. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Stevens Amadon, Dean of the Division of Arts and Sciences.
Hello, my name is Dean Stevens Amadon, Dean of Arts and Sciences here at Mid-Michigan College, and I am here to honor all the students in my area who have earned honors at Mid. First, Associate in Applied Science degree, Graphic Design, Zaley Sensing. Associate in Arts degree, Liberal Studies Transfer, Sean Bade, Troy Blackford Dowell, Jarek Brower, Charity Clark, Hannah David, Greta Edick, Sage Gonzalez, Morgan Hurley, Lori Kamrowski, Lindsay Marlin, Angela Parsons, Justin Raymond, Cassidy Rogow, Brittany Rose, Breonna Sheppers, Lauren Seebeck, Bailey Seraphin Mashew, William Smith, Mariah Spurkowski, Matthias Shura, Fiona Woodrow, Michaela Woodrow, and Naomi Wormsley. Associate in Science degree, Math and Science Transfer, Emilio Berra, Joanna Crane, Julia Egbert, Dylan Mills, Caitlin Van Heetsma. Congratulations to all of you and to all of our great graduates here at Mid. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dean Amadon. Please join me in welcoming Amy Fisher, Dean of the Division of Business and Professional Studies.
Associate in Applied Science degree, Computer Information Systems, Stephen Haupt. Tyler Loomis, Nathaniel Thayer. Associate in Applied Science degree, Early Childhood Education, Gracie Bolthouse Merrick, Grace Firestein, Emma Van Nest. Associate in Applied Science degree, IT Infrastructure and Cybersecurity, Austin Case. Associate in Applied Science degree, Software Development, Robert Saunders, Abigail Zastro. Associate in Arts degree, Business Studies Transfer, Veronica Brunetti, Karen Crane, Ariana Crispin. Paige Dickens. Mitchell Hosky. Hunter Keim. Bailey Luna. Associate in Arts degree, Criminal Justice, Law Enforcement Transfer. Joe Hamlin. Associate in Arts degree, Enhanced Business Studies Transfer. Jacob Barnes. Janae Kuhn. Dallas Longstreth. Kayla Marchington. Isabel Murphy. Aaliyah Ross. Certificate in Web Design. Morgan Ansley. Ann Kedrowski.
Thank you, Dean Fisher. Please join me in welcoming Sean Troy, Dean of the Division of Career and Workforce Education.
Hello, my name is Sean Troy, and I'm the Dean of Career and Workforce Education at Mid-Michigan College. And I'd like to congratulate the 2021 graduates receiving honors in the areas of Career and Workforce Education. Associates in Applied Science, Administrative Assistant Professional, Carly Fuentes. Associates in Applied Science, Advanced Integrated Manufacturing, Jonas Cecil. Associates in Applied Science, Computer-Aided Drafting and Design Technology, Hannah David. Colton Fisher. Leo Hall. Associates in Applied Science, Facilities, Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning, Tyler Burrows. Certificate of Achievement, Administrative Assistant Professional, Kimberly Morgan. Certificate of Achievement, Welding Technology, Rachel Lear. Training Credential, Facilities, Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning, Patrick Barco. Adam Hart. Jarrett Insco. Alexander Roosevelt. Christopher Torres. Andrew Vanna. Bradley Van Conant.
Thank you, Dean Troy. Please join me in welcoming Barb Wyszynski, Dean of the Division of Health Sciences.
Welcome. My name is Barb Wyszynski. I'm the Dean of Health Sciences here at Mid-Michigan College. On behalf of the health science directors and faculty, we would like to extend our congratulations to all of our health science graduates on completing your respective degrees. Associate degree in nursing, Bethany Bonstel. Ryan Brown. Andrea Esch. Madeline Feldheiser. Aaron Guild. Haley Held. Amber Johnson. Kara Kindle. Rachel LaFramboise. Brooke McDonald. Haley Moore. Grace Shaw. Sue Chin. Associate in Applied Science degree, Magnetic Resonating Imaging, Justin Gross. Taylor Hubbard. Stephen Pothoof. Tangi Rob. Brianna Schultz. Esther Trojan. Associate in Applied Science degree, Medical Assistant, Patricia Tucker. Associate in Applied Science degree, Neurodiagnostic Technology, Marissa Anzer. Jared Rabinold, Kelly Rogers, Chanel Thompson. Associate in Applied Science degree, Physical Therapist Assistant, Kaylee Hunt, Chelsea Lalonde, Miranda Russell, Taylor Sackett, Kristen Sentz, Rebecca Sova, Alexia Van Nest, Veronica Wentworth. Associate in Applied Science degree, Radiography, Elizabeth Barnes, Kelly Bellard, Andrea Lembricks, Lexi Ronning, Sarah Van Polen, Whitney Washington. Associate in Science degree, Health Science Transfer, Stephanie Doolittle, Amber Johnson, Natalie Pat, Sue Chin. Certificate, Computer Tomography Technology, Hannah Franklin, Ann Gray, Stacy Guzzi. Certificate, Pharmacy Technician, Rebecca Birnbaum, Brianna Tomczyk. Treating Credential, Medical Assistant, Rhonda Medina, Majestic Prater, Amy Snow. Congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Dean Wyszynski. Several of our students are receiving special recognition in this convocation from faculty. Please welcome members of MID's faculty as they recognize students in their respective programs.
This year, the Physical Therapist Assistant Program is excited to award our special recognition student to Taylor Sackett. Taylor has been an exceptional student through class as well as clinical. She is a tutor who assists other students in her cohort with mastering some of our content, as well as she has tutored for our first-year students, provided them some guidance on the content, as well as how to be successful in the program. She is also the president of our PTA student group, also known as PTASTIC, and has coordinated our volunteer efforts as well as our fundraising activities. From the beginning, Taylor has worked very hard throughout the program, has excelled in both lecture and lab classes, as well as has done extremely well in her clinical education. Her clinical instructors reported that she has been able to take over the entire patient volume and has provided excellent treatments to her patient. We wish Taylor the best of luck in her future as a PTA. We want to congratulate her on being our special recognition student this year, and I look forward to working with her in the future.
I've had the pleasure of working with Stephen Pothuff throughout the radiography and now through the MRI program as well. He is a highly motivated student that always puts 110% into his studies. He has been highly commended by his clinical site staff for always going above and beyond for his patients and the staff members. And for these reasons, Stephen is being recognized as the 2021 Outstanding Student of the Year for MID's MRI program. Congratulations, Stephen. We're so proud of you.
Hello, I am Jessica Emke, the clinical coordinator of the radiography program here at MID. I am here to present the most outstanding student for the radiography program in 2021. When nominating a student for this award, we not only look for a strong academic history, but also a student who has the best interest of everyone around them. We look for a student who has a strong work ethic, exhibits teamwork, has motivation that never ends, and has compassion for their patients and their coworkers. We look for someone that we feel is confident and will soar after graduation within the field of radiography and represents MID. This is what we hope for years to come with this student. Someone that networks and makes connections to move forward successfully in the imaging field is also important. This year, we have nominated a young woman who had met all of these criteria. In her courses, she came in early to help all the students with labs and studying. She served as class representative for her cohort. She excelled in clinical by completing her competencies 2 months ahead of schedule. She was hired by her clinical site as a student intern and then has already progressed to part-time position before graduating, which is phenomenal. This year, we are nominating Liz Barnes as the radiography program outstanding student for 2021. Liz has overcome many obstacles throughout her time in the program. Not only did she make it through the countless hours of studying for her courses, she has completed over 1,200 hours of clinical. Liz never stopped. This is evident by her completing more than a minimum of 62 required clinical competencies. She also received several kudos from patients at her clinical site, attesting to her compassion for working with the healthcare industry and connecting with her patients. She has never slowed down. After all this, Liz also managed time as a single mother of a beautiful little girl. She always made time to make sure her daughter was cared for and always dedicated time to her daughter when she was not at school or work. She is a very family-oriented person and always found time for her loved ones. As part of Liz's nomination, we asked her clinical instructor, Mark, to provide some words on why he felt Liz deserved this award. Mark's words are as follows. Liz, from the jump, has been driving force in the department. She has a wonderful patient care and is dedicated to the flow of the department. She is comfortable in all types of cases, fluoro, ED, OR, and portables. Liz has also been recognized in our Radiology Weekly email. This email goes out to all the individuals in all the imaging departments, including supervisors and managers across the Mid-Michigan facilities. Throughout the year, Liz has always been a fun and easy person to teach and to work with. I am so happy that she was able to snag one of the positions here at Mid-Michigan Health. She rocks. We congratulate you, Liz, on your achievements and your success within the radiography program. We are excited to see where this journey takes you, and I can now call you my peer. And I hope that you continue your journey to make change in this world. And we hope to see you at one of our clinical affiliates for years to come and working with future students. You will be an asset to any radiography team. Congratulations, Liz. We will miss you and take care.
I, along with the other math department faculty at MID, would like to recognize Dylan Mills for the Special Recognition Award in Math. Dylan is graduating with an Associate in Science degree, Math and Science Studies transfer, and is graduating with honors. Dylan's instructors at MID have described him as an excellent student who is diligent with all of his work. He has been forced to take some of our most difficult classes online and as independent study. He has persevered even under these difficult circumstances. He has also contributed to MID by doing a great job helping out in the math lab, assisting other students learning math. For his excellent work in the classroom and tutoring other students, the math department recognizes Dylan Mills with this special recognition award. Congratulations, Dylan.
Congratulations to all of our honorees. Before we end this virtual convocation, please take time to acknowledge the support you have received from your family and friends. Thank you all for helping your students become the scholars they were meant to be. I would also like to acknowledge the faculty who helped all of you meet your academic goals. Their commitment to you and to MID deserves our recognition. Finally, as your journey at MID comes to an end, a new journey is about to begin. You have shown that you can meet the challenges in front of you and achieve your goals. As you move on to your next journey, I hope you remember what you have accomplished at MID and use that as a foundation for the accomplishment of many more goals. I encourage you to continue to challenge yourself and to take risks, for every major accomplishment begins with the courage to try. As Benjamin Franklin once said, the U.S. Constitution doesn't guarantee happiness, only the pursuit of it. You have to catch up with it yourself. I know you will. On behalf of Mid-Michigan College, I want to once again congratulate you on your accomplishment. I wish you great success in all of your future endeavors.